This is CNN.
Hello, I'm Miles O'Brien. Welcome to CNN Perspectives. On tonight's program, the Dalai Lama. He is a living god to millions of Buddhists and also a Nobel Peace Prize winner. For this show, the Dalai Lama allowed 7 days of extraordinary access to Pulitzer Prize-winning photographer David Turnley. Tonight's film offers a unique view into the personal side of one of the world's most prominent public figures. The Dalai Lama, at home in exile.
I'm David Turnley. I have come here to meet the Dalai Lama, who fled Tibet in 1959 following a failed uprising against China's occupation of his country. For decades, he's lived in this small Indian village, leading a nonviolent struggle for Tibetan independence. The world knows him as a Nobel Peace Prize winner. He calls himself a simple Buddhist monk. This photograph was taken in Sarajevo on the front lines during the war in 1994.
Gun always creates problem.
We would request spending as much time as we could with you in the next couple of days, literally from the time you wake up in the morning until you go to bed. And I would enjoy the opportunity to gradually have a conversation with you.
Perhaps I think tomorrow morning you can come my
Great.
place. About I think so, about 3:30. Usually I wake up.
Great. We'll be here at 3:30 to see you wake up. What is the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning?
Shaping motivation. Shaping motivation.
Shaping your motivation. Can you explain that to me, please?
This is not time for talk
Okay.
and for swallow.
Okay, please.
Keep quiet.
I've been told that before. What is the most difficult vow for you? Are there any that are difficult for you?
Of course, there are quite a number. One obvious, the vow should not eat any solid food in the afternoon. So this occasionally at my evening tea, some biscuit. I usually take some. If I feel no hungry, then of course I remain complete sort of fast. But in case feel very hungry, then with salutation to Buddha, yeah, this is my boss.
What kind of work did your father do?
Trade, small trade. I do not think as my father was sort of able person in making business. No. Later, after he, came to Lhasa, there were quite a number of cases. There's some Chinese Muslims who are businessmen. They
loaned money.
From my father. Then later, never paid. And very short temper.
Your father had a short temper?
But good heart.
Uh-huh. How is your temper?
Oh, early age. More like my father. The later part, more like my mother.
Uh-huh.
안 돼 보고 돼. 야야야. 어디. 야, 드시십시오. 테스트래. 무시하다. 한 불이 죽정이야 또. 불이야. 뭐냐? 아, 네. 개물도 보다 그러고. 네. 아. 왜? 슬링경에 군중 말아. 죽을게 죽어로 그래. 저는 이게 그랬어요. 슬링경으로. 니 아무 졸려? 그래도 니 아무 졸려? 난 그식이다 야야야. 야, 나도 쎄. 그래서 근데 저서 뭐시 어서 이 그래서 점수나 그래서 좀
왜 많이 맞아고 감정이 참배 담자 좋아하는 그랬다 단다 장제 그저 구셔려
말봐
그저 담자 조심하자 저는 쉬는 그런 자세도 그저 유명한 쉬어라 저라 대성이죠 될라면서 나한테 맞아고 그저 도도스는 그랬습니다 내가 그 사람을 이제 자다리 그 사람을 데려서 있었어요 괜찮아요 이게 감정이야 저것도 드시고야 맞아고 그래서 제가 다시 바뀌고 그래서
야오셔서 그래서 나지도 나지 야오셔 중라 타마는 게 뭐지셔지 임바 마가지 여서 수도
생각이 하고 싶어서 나 또 잠시 또 그때는 최대한年代的年代相似근데 사는 것보다는 최대한相似지금 종종도 다 되는 종종 표현했어요 그래서 생각을 해보고
그런데 야 다시 다 주 저시들 또 두스 거시죠 랑 티시 두스 거시죠
When the delegation came that recognized you as the Dalai Lama, I understand in your book that it was some time before they revealed what they were doing. They came in disguise. Do you have a memory of?
No memory. But these things later is my mother and also some old officials, or including some of these members of this delegation search party. They told these stories, but I personally, I myself, no particular sort of memory.
What is your first memory as a child?
My village, there's no proper sort of toilet, especially my village with the open toilet. So one day I went outside, and then I think in the middle of my sort of engagement, and one big camel approaching. I ran away. I think most probably, I think my heavy work, I think not yet finished. That I remember very clearly.
How old were you then? How old were you?
2.
Most of us in the Western world have some concept of the idea of the haves and the have-nots. And I'm curious to know, when you were a child, if you had a sense of that.
One day, my mother come across one Chinese couple as a beggar, carrying their own child, as it now died, already dead body, and begging back to my mother. And my mother gave some food or some bread or something. Then asked, your child already died, why you are carrying? Besides.
This mother said that she was carrying so that she could eat the child.
And my mother is almost faint, and then cried, and then 우주팀 같은 데 부드는 마셔러시다 부드 배러시스 엔 서주 가려니까 딘 아무나 그냥 갈 뒤니 무대 가려 이렇게 시가대 then also I think that by birth, some kind of little sort of, I think, compassionate sort of attitude, even to insect fighting. I notice I always helping to the loser side, and then sometimes the winner side quite.
It's quite rough with them.
Quite rough.
Tell me about love. What does love mean to you?
Love means sense of caring, sense of closeness, with respect, with sense of respect, and with sense of, say, responsibility. That's the genuine compassion and love. According to Buddhist concept, love and compassion means a desire to get rid of the suffering.
Do you feel closer to your father or to the 13th Dalai Lama?
Oh, of course, it's a different level. Physically, it was my parent, much closer, of course. Mentally, between these two, my parent and previous Dalai Lamas, not necessarily 13th Dalai Lama, but all previous Dalai Lamas, especially like 5th Dalai Lama, and the first, the second, third Dalai Lama, and 5th Dalai Lama, mentally more closer to these previous Dalai Lamas.
It was a treacherous journey through the Himalayas when the Dalai Lama came here, and it remains dangerous for those Tibetans still escaping to join their leader in exile.
카모송. 애는 안에 다는 예자야 내주 찍을 안에 이게 배유 상점이야. 배가지 그새 이제 심중급 주지 용체 대안의 상점나의 배배매미 다 도스 녀로 중심에 되는 미직세. 내 중심서도就是他可是有没得？人家说听嘛，听。
그저 거기로 담아요. 아니 잠에서 했더니 실제로서.
배나는 이내 캐나다들이 안에 시비시 양발이 아주 배만 먹고 쉬어야래. 나한테 다 라마 아니 캠보 계시 철새 되게 야래. 심지어 탐색을 시어도 말람 때문에 되게 야래. 소샤 무슨 식으로 이내 내가 미싱에 민망구치 아니 전을치 좋아야 전을치 아니 갈래리야다 장가나로 대론 친데바 다 동자치자 좀돼 야래. 나도 시부지가 다 뒤주 가고지다 탑교부 시부지 가는 것도 신발이 제디네 다 나랑서 미도디 뒤주도 가고 시부지 거블 나랑서 다 깨베 미도지 차대 요래디 이네 나랑서 벽 강전배 미국 가서 째는 거 요래 그래 봐 그래서 근데 인디 장 삼월로 로 신부 마치 그래서 심수 마치 아버체 담배 타던데 세용 그래 야야, 다시想是帮着说啊，帮着说，你这个人的，这个都说，往这个呀，再叫啊，呀，再叫啊，可能嘞，他们都，对，呀，干这呀，对，的确，呀，我就记住了呀，你这。老对不起啊，你就快去啥样了？再休息，我再说，我在这里再说，然后呢，再地下，我再休息，再说，
They come to you and they kiss your hands and they worship you. Explain to me how you feel when people worship you this way.
Someone is consider me as a living Buddha. That's nonsense. That's silly. That's wrong. Then another one consider me as a Buddhist monk. Then probably okay. But still, then more people showing more respect, then I have more sort of burden. I have to check myself. More people praise you, there is danger to develop arrogance. If you ask me whether I am a reincarnation of Dalai Lama, then my answer, without hesitation, yes. But if you ask whether I am the same being of 13th Dalai Lama, then I don't know. This moment difficult. The other day I mentioned in my daily prayer about 8 times they imagine or visualize the process of death. So at this moment I'm just meditating on that.
You are trying to visualize death?
Oh yes.
What do you see?
Nothing. Just you. 천민자 보여. 걸어. 야. 네. 또 잘하시죠.
This morning when we were together, you had on the television, and I noticed that they were showing fashion shows in Paris, and there were beautiful models walking up and down the runway in front of you. So obviously you see these things. What do you feel when you see them? Do you have to work at eradicating these impulses, or how do you respond to these things from the Western world that the rest of us get so enmeshed in?
That is, of course I respect. Respect is their own sort of, I think, different taste. But by my personal sort of the feeling, these are waste.
Have you ever danced?
Never.
Do you listen to music?
No.
Did you ever watch Muhammad Ali box? Tell me what you're saying.
He said, especially the way he shuffles his feet.
Quite grace.
Do you like to fly?
One safe helicopter and with experienced pilot. I wish one is a disposal for me, then I can go many places.
What does the word passion mean to you, and do you feel passion? I'd rather not define it.
mindfulness is maybe passion for watches.
Oh,
If I ask you what is your biggest weakness, how would you respond?
weakness, and in some way, perhaps laziness.
Don't you think that if the gods really wanted you to be the reincarnate of something very high and mighty, they would have given you good eyes so you wouldn't need glasses?
So it's more than that, you have to die.
Even Buddha himself, as he become old age, sometimes he is sick, and then finally die.
Do you have a favorite fantasy?
Oh, that's, I think, strange, perhaps. I think and I think your ear, right, could be, I think, little strange. There's one verse. That verse is stated. I be like wounded animal in remote, so isolated area, and spend days and night for meditation. So whenever you see that, you see verse, read, get some kind of feeling. Oh, how wonderful, how happy.
How are you today?
Good. Yesterday, Sunday, what do you do? What you did yesterday?
I went for a long walk
Up to? Where?
all the way through the village,
I see.
and I made some pictures
Huh?
and did a little reading. What did you do?
Reading. As you know, some preparation, homework, preparation, and also some other books. Oh, Lama. 다른 사람 많이 봤으시죠? 가. Lama 나보다 그래. 이제 나중에
Very.
상하셔버려, 상하래.
지금도?
Martin Thompson. Hello. Back home, I thought that I was suffering immeasurably. And the second I saw what I saw in Delhi, I realized that my suffering was this big compared to what is here. I'm a very privileged position. And when I go back home, I think I'll be a much happier person.
Good.
I just want to say thank you because my visit was to meet you, and on the way to meet you, I learned lots of things. It was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
That's very good. I think the right way is to think. If we have right kind of mental attitude, then we can much lessen, much decrease that kind of mental suffering problem.
I only just
And that eventually could change or could influence and physical also.
mind over matter. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. It's amazing.
So Buddha stated, we are ourselves as a master of ourselves. So everything depends on one's own mental attitude.
Yeah.
Then have you ever take Tibetan medicine?
No. After I meet you, I'm going to go down to the Tibetan Medicine Institute, and try Tibetan
good, I
medicine
think, very good.
too. Yeah.
There's no side effect and no harm.
No.
Very good. Looks you're a happy person.
Thank
That's
you,
good.
Dalai Lama.
That's very good. That's very good.
very much.
I also feel happy. That's good. That's good. Now, after all, so long as this body, there, some form of problem always there. That's Buddhists believe this is the basis of suffering.
Yeah, the body. Yeah. I see. I understand.
So there's some form of the problem always there.
I understand. On the way here, I think I moved one step further to Buddha nature to thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good.
Goodbye, Your Holiness.
The idea that you were chosen as a very young child, as a god of sorts, is a concept that I have a difficult time understanding.
First of all, according to Buddhism, the very concept of God as an absolute and single creator, that's not there. According to Buddhism, there's no creator. Each individual, not only human being, but other sentient being, like animals or insects, in deep sense, all are same sentient being. The Buddhists believe the mind is the creator. One's own mind is the creator, like a creator. So there's no external creator. Everything depends on oneself. So that's why now Buddha stated, you are your own master. Now almost 40 years since 59. The negative emotion concerned, we never allow to keep or to develop. We always trying to sort of develop the sense of compassion, sense of caring, or a sense of concern towards our Chinese brothers and sisters. But that does not mean we just accepted what they done. We stand, although it's a strictly non-violent way, and as I mentioned earlier, in the spirit of reconciliation, compromise, we stand firm. 근데 돈 없어도 하나 근데 어떻게
민도 다 수고 쪼버쪼버래 다 녀소면 저기 김준나로나 주주님이지 다들 친조제
야야야
참자대 참자대
오늘 부지게 누구지
나 레세 때문에 뜻이
야야 탕 먹고 싶지 가래 탕 먹고 가래
탕 아람 탕제 아니 군인이 탕제
아니
꼴라 마쟁 탕제 기 마쟁 탕제 시골로 왔냐 저 저거 여러 수도 근데 유난히 관심이지 너
대용말에
너
소소 로다 쳐보시 대셔나
너너
심 청야로 가게 매비시다는 그게 정말에
너너
내주 용말에
너너
세비 다 샤도 레베서 또 다 샤도 레샤
에이
도도도 또 잘서 가 예예
또 자고 사도
달로 도지 쇼아 로 도지 쇼아
너너
네 만나면 저도 줘
나 두지
야야 야야
Whether a living God or a Buddhist monk, after a week with the Dalai Lama, I feel I have met a man who I like and I admire. His compassion, his sense of humor, and his discipline have inspired me, with a renewed sense of my own ability to cope with adversity. For all of this, I am deeply grateful. As I say goodbye, I am also saddened by the displacement of the Tibetan people.
Bye-bye. So what time you are leaving now? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning around 9.
Good. See you again.
I hope so. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. My favorite sort of prayer, roughly you should translate something like this. There's so long space remain, so long the suffering of sentient being remain, I will remain in order to serve. And this prayer really gives me inner strength and value. So therefore, my rebirth, that's of course always happen.
The Dalai Lama is spending his 41st year in exile since fleeing Chinese occupation of Tibet. As he ages, the pressure grows to find his successor. With so much at stake, the tensions between China and the exile government are also increasing. Thanks for being with us. I'm Miles O'Brien. We'll see you next time on CNN Perspectives.